Hey, welcome everyone. Today is April 11th, 2014, and you are listening to Let's Talk with Jason B, as you can see back there, and I am your, guess what, I'm your host, Jason B. Surprise? No. Anyways, we had a bit of some technical difficulties, but I think things are going all right now, and I'm back. There you go. And I bet you're all wondering why things, I bet some of you are wondering why I have not been on the air for, 2 months or 3 months or half a year or something like that. It doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why, folks, because it's pretty simple. It is the FCC, my friends. The FCC is ruining my life and is ruining yours. Why? Because I speak the truth. That's the problem. No one wants to hear the truth, especially out of little old me, because if you start listening and you start getting a feel for what's really going out there, then the government either wants to do one of two things. They want to tax you, and keep you down that way, or they want to fine you, or they want to, point is, the government wants to regulate you and me as much as possible. I'm not here today to rail on the government, at least that's not my plan, but it is a terrible way to live. How can a person live in fear of the government? This doesn't make any sense right now. I think that we need to This is terrible. Anarchy! No, I'm kidding. Don't anarch. That's a bad idea. But it's surprising how you look at Ukraine, and you look at all these other Egypt a few years ago, and it is amazing to me how these revolts can happen. And then the next thing you know, their governments are overthrown. Do I think that is ever going to happen to America? I don't know. I think something terrible would have to go down for something like that to really happen. I think it's just a bad idea. Because America's got so much. I bet you the president could nuke the whole country if he wanted to. He's got that little red button, boop, boop, or he's got a switch that can turn off the internet. I believe. I don't know. I'm not the president yet, and so I don't know if there's a switch underneath his desk or what. Click, and off goes the internet. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they're actually trying to do that right now, is regulate the internet. They are trying to, what they're doing is the show, I think, I forget who it was, whoever regulate. Comcast is charging, the government has allowed Comcast, Net Neutrality bill. That's what it's called. John, my producer, is behind me here. You won't ever see him, I don't think. And some of you, that might be a good thing. But I'm kidding. He's smiling, guys. Give him a break. He doesn't mind, right? You don't mind that, right? That was no problem.
No, I'll stop crying later.
Oh, Johnny boy. Oh, hey, but the net neutrality, that is, have you heard about that?
Yeah, I think basically it's an attempt it's actually a misleading thing. I think net neutrality means just the opposite.
Absolutely, because I'll tell you what it is, guys. What it does is this bill that says, okay, well, if, let's say what you're listening to right now, you're watching it on YouTube or Ustream or, wherever we are at, maybe Facebook or something. But let's say this is picking up. We're getting a lot of views on it, and the traffic is increasing steadily, and which I sure hope it does, folks. Wink, wink. But everything's increasing steadily, and the government gets a hold of this and decides, well, you know what? We are going to start charging people more money, or charge the company more money to stream their videos. A perfect example of this is Netflix. Netflix is doing $7.99 streaming, or like $14.99 for streaming and video, or hard copy DVDs or whatever. Sorry, Grandma and Grandpa, they don't do VHS. Oh, who remembers VHS? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Everybody. Oh, I know I do. My gosh, VHS.
When I first started working with recording equipment over at Mott, we were still using reel-to-reel videotape. Reel-to-reel.
Don't age yourself, my friend. Slow it down.
No. Then they had the U-matic tapes, which are basically like VHS tapes on steroids.
Wow.
And then Beta's actually a better format.
Did you have to crank your car to get it started?
No, we didn't do that. But that was only about 30 years out from me being born, though, 30 or 40 years before I was born. I mean, I've seen cars that had it on there.
Yeah.
My uncle had a couple of them, Model Ts or something like that, Model A's, Model Ts.
What about, texting? My grandma's texting was pretty simple. It was beep, 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 beep. That's Morse code, guys. They're like, what?
I learned Morse code a little bit when I was a kid.
I thought about it. I thought that'd be interesting, Morse code,
Back when they did the ham operators license, you had to be able to decipher that at a certain rate and stuff like that to get your qualifications.
Ham operators.
Yeah.
It was, gosh, what was it? What was that guy on Looney Tunes, that pig?
Yeah.
Porky Pig.
Yeah.
Porky Pig probably was the president of the Ham Operators Club.
We actually had people around here, though. They're actually they still got them, but they actually...
John, I just thought of something. Wait, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. But my neighbor, she's 86 years old, guys, and a little story time here. My neighbor is 86 years old. She has no... you don't mind if I roll my sleeves up like the president, because now we are down to business, folks. And ladies, do not swoon over these finely tuned arms, please. Husbands, do not be envious of my good looks. Although if you're single, let me know. Wink, wink. But anyway, so my lady neighbor, 86 years old, doesn't shovel or anything, especially in the winter. And we had one of the snowiest winters in America, or at least in Michigan this year. And I think we ended up, I shoveled her driveway, and she wanted to pay, $30. And gosh, I don't do money. I feel terrible. Trust me, I have enough money as it is. I don't need somebody to give me more for something I wanted to do. But she insisted, $30. So I took, at the time, I took $20. This is maybe 3-4 weeks back or whatever. And then and then I totally forgot about the $10 extra or whatever. Well, she ends up, and this is where my story ties in, guys. She ends up taking she stops by my house a couple days ago. Bam. Gives me a ham as payment. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, what is this? I didn't know that people. So I was shocked. I was thankful, but I was shocked. I'm like, wow, thanks so much. I really appreciate this, and I did. But that was just surprising that someone would give me a ham, And so I thought to myself, my good friends, I'm going to start giving them random food. Here's a beef brisket, or no, that's too expensive. Here's a can of creamed corn or something, And actually, not to let you guys down, I came in today and I gave John a can of not used green beans, but old. The expiration date was old on those. John, do not eat those green beans. The expiration date is old, just to let you know.
Too bad I already did.
Oh my gosh, well, gee whiz, I feel bad about that. Boy, oh, I should have told you. Whoops. But I'm giving my friends, next time I see you guys, bam, loaf of bread, bam, a donut. You're my friend, here's a watermelon or something, I don't know. So just random stuff to show how much you mean as a friend. And you will see the bigger or more expensive the food item, the bigger or more expensive of a friend you are. So anyways, that was just random. So net neutrality, you know what, guys? I don't want to talk about that anymore. I think we've hit the nail on the head, nipped that in the bud, so to speak. Stupid. Yeah, guess what? Stupid FCC. You know what? We're going to get fined for that. But you know what I say? I say, get in line, FCC. Get in line, government. How the heck are you going to keep regulating me when you trample on my free speech? My goodness.
Well, do you hear what Feinstein wants to do? She's actually talking to other senators, congressmen. They want to get the legislation passed that basically says that they get to select who they talk to as journalists.
Oh yeah,
And then she actually said, and people didn't believe me. And I got this video clip of her during this hearing saying, it's not fair that somebody who is a high school dropout can get a $5 blog start and he can say anything he wants to unchallenged. Well, that's called the First Amendment, and these elitist a-holes can't understand that.
Whoa, cool. Yeah, I appreciate you. But that you almost went too far.
I mean, well, the thing is, okay, I started posting, by the way, about what you react to my posting actually.
Yeah.
But I think that these people forget who they work for. Mm-hmm. They work for us. Now they want us to hat in hand and beg them. They want to be the kings and queens of America. Mm-hmm. And I'll be damned if that's going to happen.
Well, anyways, I think. What was I doing? Does this work? Sweet, it works.
You have an iPad, or?
I do, yes.
So you went totally out for the iPhone stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I went with the trifecta. Ow. I figured, if I get all the I stuff, then maybe I would get a girlfriend. That didn't work out, though. I also thought to myself the other day, I said, and I did this in the beginning of the year, January 1st. I said to myself, that's it. I'm done. I'm going on a fast. And somebody was like, a fast? And I'm like, oh yes, a fast. And they said, so what are you going to fast? I said, food, of course, duh. And people do all kinds of stuff. And I remember once years ago, I did 40 days for Lent. I fasted social media and, Facebook and stuff. Oh my gosh, that was difficult. Guys, if you want to grow closer to God, then fast Facebook for 40 days. That'll get you closer, So anyways, no, I fasted food. And they asked me, they're like, so why are you fasting food? I said, I looked right at him in the eye like I'm looking at you, America. And I said to him, for a girlfriend. And they're like, oh. And I was like, no, they made me feel terrible. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I am going to I think personally here, and I don't mean to get all religiousness and whatever, but personally, my view is, I believe that there are 3 types of people inside one type of person. Although some people look like they could fit 3 people in lose some weight, America. Everybody's getting too fat here. Even me, look at that. Ugh. Anyways, that's another thing. But 3 types of people. You have your flesh people, your soul people, and your spiritual people. Your spirits or whatever. So I think that for me personally, the flesh people is something that is very, very strong. Oh my gosh. It's like you think of, for my flesh people, think of Arnold Schwarzenegger back in his Conan Barbarian days. Okay, that is how strong my flesh is. Now, you have, and the complete opposite is my spirit people, my spirit. And I think we all have one, just some of us care not to use it or tap into it or whatever. And that's another story. But for my flesh, or my spirit, flesh, think Conan Barbarian. John, can you post a picture of Conan Barbarian? Is that going to be okay? Are we going to get flagged for that from the stupid FCC?
I don't have the ability to put it up right here, right now. This live record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can edit that in. That's right. This is hard copy. So, Conan Barbarian. And then for my spirit guy, think of Gandhi. 2 complete, and these are just physical, pictures in your mind. And for my soul guy, just think of me. I'm between the 2. I am between Conan the Barbarian, flesh, Gandhi, the guy, spirit, and that is me. That is me. Conan and Gandhi is me. And I am Conan Gandhi for sure. Just call me Jason Conan Gandhi from now on, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I have the physical physique of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian, and I have the mental capacity and overwhelming wisdom of Gandhi. So I am a superior human being. I am surprised that the government is not trying to clone me yet. I don't know why I'm not getting cloned. Why the heck am I not getting cloned yet? There should be like a zillion of me around here. Did you guys ever hear of Multiplicity? That's a hilarious movie with Michael Keaton. So, in the end, do not clone me. That's the point I'm making. Do not clone me. But, what was I saying? So, you got 3 different guys, and I think when your flesh, your soul, your spirit, and when you fast, you are weakening your flesh man, which I think is like stellar, spot on. But in the same time, you need to be, doing some prayer or reading your Bible or meditating or whatever you do spiritually to grow in your respective faith, whether it's Islam or Christianity or Buddhism or Scientology or some weirdo other stuff. You need to be growing in your spirit. So that is the point why somebody fasts, is to grow in their spirit. Duh. So, back to my story of a million minutes ago. I decided to fast for a girlfriend. And because I thought to myself, in my brain, I was like, in my brain, I think completely different, My brain, I think that it's wired strangely, but that's okay, whatever. I mean, we're all right, I guess. I thought to myself, I will speed the process up, if I fast and perhaps even if I pray, then maybe, God will be like, this guy's trying really hard, I'm going to bless him with a girlfriend. That's what I thought. And I figured, well, that makes sense. And deep down, in the end, you got to realize that there is a connection there, that there's teamwork, just like in marriage, there's teamwork, and friendships is teamwork in every relationship, whether it is with your spouse, your kids, your friends, your co-workers, even your pets. It all revolves around teamwork. Maybe not your pets, but all the people relationships is teamwork. And so I figured, well, this makes sense. I will team with God to get a girlfriend. And I'm not making this up, guys. Okay, maybe a little bit exaggeration, but not a lot. Just a little. It's called artistic license is what it's called. Give me a break, okay? So, anyways, I ended up, what was I doing? I was doing this thing, and it was like 6 days I was going on my hunger strike or whatever, and then it didn't work out. It didn't work out, guys. It went terrible. Absolutely, positively terrible. My health went down. My emotions were skyrocketing. If you think I am extreme now, you should have seen me without food. It was vicious. I was like the Hulk. I was like, Jason Smash, Jason Mad, Jason Bah. It was, oh man, I lost a lot of friends. My health, anyway. Moving on, we are going to talk about something else. I had a huge thing. Oh, guys, hey, John, are you busy? Hey, John, oh, he's busy. Whoa, don't give me that finger, John. Whoa, that's outrageous. I can't, oh, he's on with a caller. Listener, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad somebody is listening out there and wanting to call and be heard, you know. I asked a lot of people on Facebook. I said, I'm doing a show. What do you guys want to hear? And a lot of people say movies, Captain America, the movie Noah. Guys, I am not getting into the movie Noah. Whoa. That was blowing up everywhere, you know. If you are interested in hearing about the movie Noah and what I thought about it, I am not going to tell you because I did not watch it. Not yet. Maybe I will. I mean, I try to do one movie a week, maybe, like a matinee, $5 or something like that. I don't get any, what do they call it, concessions. That is where they make the money. Just like where the government makes the money picking on us little guys over here and picking on you, the taxpayers, who have to pay an arm and a leg on property tax, have to pay an arm and a leg on, they want to do. I just heard something on NPR. That's right, folks. I listen to NPR on occasion, not all the time. Not when there's stupid stuff on, like the Environment Report or something. My gosh, what a waste of time. And if you like the Environment Report, rock on to you, power to you. But that's not my cup of tea or coffee.
What's it? I don't understand people who,
John.
Okay, all these liberals, they go around screaming about the, the climate change and all this stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but they're jet setters. And last I knew, the airplanes contribute significantly to the, overall pollution in the world. Yet they fly all over the place, and they're coming back and get self-righteous with me in my face about stuff I might be doing. But they're just self-righteous jerks, man, I think.
The last time I flew on a plane, I believe was 2005, and I went all the way over to Detroit. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. No, I went all the way to Italy, and don't even get me started with that. I will tell you those stories some other time, but needless to say, I saved a man's life, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But you're right, that's the thing, and I don't know how political we want to get. I'm going to gauge how people want to listen to it. But, because I'll tell you this, guys. America, I'm forgetting John for 1 minute here. John, you're gone. Don't hang up on me either. America, I don't want to be another Rush Limbaugh. As fun as that would be, yelling at people and calling them, what do they call them, dimwits or something? He calls them something. No, that's Bill O'Reilly. He calls them, what does he call them?
Pinheads, isn't it?
Pinheads, that's it, pinheads. Well, I would be calling people dimwits. But I'm not, because I think that's wrong, and I don't think, I think the problem with the show last time, or when it started out, I don't know if anybody's listening that was watching it before, my motto was, speak life. And it started out so good, and I was like, yes, life! And then I was corrupted. It was no longer speak life, it was yell at the liberals. And I'm not blaming it all on anyone, just myself.
Well, see, the thing is, calling people names like dimwit and stuff, the two sides are not stupid. Okay, way I see it. They're diametrically opposed and they're trying to force each other to live by their own. But I mean, I consider the liberals to be more tyrannical because they want to force everybody to sacrifice and be forced to sacrifice. They see Republicans or conservatives as not being loving enough and gentle enough, but both groups get just as vicious towards each other. Calling each other names is pointless. You're not going to ever agree because their worldview is totally different. There is no real use arguing with the people. There really isn't.
John, is this a cute-looking pose?
I don't know. It looks like you're trying to make all your eyeglasses. But
Darn it. I'm working on it. I tried eHarmony, or I'm trying eHarmony. So if you ladies out there want to take a stab at it.
True story. I had a friend that went through eHarmony. He decided that's where he wanted to go. And he put all his parameters in and stuff like that. And he came back, there is nobody in our database that matches the criteria.
Wow.
And he's done it twice. He went back a couple weeks later and he it kind of upset him. So he went back a couple weeks later, filled it out, got the same response. He said, so I mean, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what makes the people work together. I don't.
Well,
obviously I don't. I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, come on, give yourself some credit.
I don't have a girlfriend. To me, it's like, well, both groups of people, both men and women, want the other one to be sacrificed for the other.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will tell you this. The problem that I have, and it goes, maybe we'll talk about this next week or something. The problem that I have is with eHarmony, it's working out great. Girls, and I love it because there's steps, step one is you smile at the girl. And that's easy. I'm a terrible smiler, but digitally, I have a great smile. I have a great smile digitally, but in person, no. See that? Terrible. Can you zoom in on that real quick? Look at how terrible this smile is, guys. That's my smile right there. Oh my gosh, it breaks mirrors. Breaks mirrors and it breaks my mother's heart. Oh! And so, anyways, so I'm a bad smiler. But you smile on eHarmony, and then they come back and smile at you. Then you ask them the questions. There's 5 easy questions. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite jelly bean? What's your favorite season? All these favorites, real easy icebreaker questions. And what would you do on a first date? Stuff like that. And, my problem was, it would say, what would you do on a first date? And you could answer one of the 3, but I decided I'm going to write in my own question or my own answer, and they're like, what would you do on the first date? And I typed in, I would totally make out with you. Bam, gone, denied, not even close. So I stopped saying that, and I would just put one of the things.
So no points for honesty.
Yeah, well, I guess
so. In other words, you got to lie your pants off to get into the ER.
Whoa, yeah, well, I got a deal on that one. My pants are staying on, thank goodness. And but so anyways, you do the 5 easy questions, and then you do 3 harder questions if she's wanting to keep going. That's level 2, stage 2, and then stage 3, you type in your own questions, and you get a chance to type in your own answers, 800 characters or whatever. So and I liked it, man. I really liked it. The stages, I'm like, okay, this is cool because I have a way to progress and I'm not going to go too fast or too slow or whatever. And too fast, I'm always too fast. 1 to 10, bam, like that, you know. After the second date, I'm asking this girl to marry me, and I'm thinking, this is not working out. So, anyways, and then I find out that you can email them, or eHarmony mail them or something, like directly it's like an instant messaging for eHarmony. So, that is when it all went downhill, you know. I had them at hello, and I lost them at goodbye. You remember that, folks. And that is wisdom right there. I had them at hello, and I lost them at goodbye. Go ahead and quote me on that. And I'm going to trademark that one. So, anyways, no, the point is, I personally, I don't know about you, John, but I like to... I mean, gosh, I've been single for years now. It's been 4 or 5 years, something like that. And, you know, I've gotten reaccustomed to my singleness. I've gotten more comfortable with it. And as much as my heart wants to get married and desires that, you know, I do not know if that's going to happen because my flesh does not want that. You know, my flesh wants me, not marriage, me. Because marriage, the thing, or even relationships in general, you have to give and give some more, you know. And sometimes you are not receiving. I think that kind of sucks. But, so I don't know if I want to give. You know, I've been giving to myself for 4 or 5 years now, and it feels comfortable, and I enjoy it. So I just sabotage. Do you sabotage, John? I sabotage.
Well, I just think that just before, like they have the expression now, before you go to all the shrink and all this stuff, maybe you just are surrounded by a bunch of buttheads. Okay, you might be. And when it comes to Genesee County area, the women here are just basically it's very seedy.
Okay.
It's very seedy. I mean, they're women who dysfunctionalism is their way of life. If you're actually a normal person, they think you're weird. Or fairly normal. I mean, if you happen to have a police record, you haven't gone to jail for beating your past girlfriends or wife, they don't even know how to handle you if you're actually a fairly decent guy. I mean, okay, may not be stunningly good looking or anything, but hey,
whoa.
Not you. I mean you.
Whoa.
We know you're like, Piers Brosnan and then the guys rolled into one. But, it's a women around here, just the Genesee County area, it's not a good area for dating, period.
Well, you know what? Then by George, or by I don't even know why I said that. I don't even know where by George. Great Scott.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, great Scott, come on. That was my British accent. It was terrible.
Well,
but
that's usually a Scotsman says that, by the way.
Whatever, dude. Or a guy named Scott. I imagine if the guy named... Guys, I changed my name to Scott, so I can go, Great Scott! Yes? No, I'm kidding. John, just go outside. Go outside, Genesee County. There's plenty of people,
okay, but be realistic. I mean, be realistic. You got to, let's face it, if you go outside the area, then let's face it. I mean, it's probably the best way to go, because let's face it.
That's right.
I know this is Flint Talk Radio, but I'm going to sound like I'm trashing it. But this area, let's face it, most of the good people, real good people, couldn't find jobs, couldn't start their careers. They had to go outside this area. I mean, a lot of people like to come back here, maybe, but they can't.
And you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm glad you said that, though, because a few weeks from now, I want an episode about Flint, and I'm gonna get some community planners and some urban planning people come on the show or pre-tape or something, and we're gonna talk about what is wrong with Flint and how Flint can get fixed. I'm not, I know this is flinttalkradio.com, and there's a balance between, okay, let's talk about this national thing, but then again, you got to stick with your roots. Let's talk about this smaller Flint thing. And I really do believe this, that, you know, and it goes with Detroit and all those other big cities, especially Detroit, though. Detroit and Flint, wherever they go, I believe the country goes with them, you know. And the history proves me right with the 70s and the gas crisis, and then the 80s and 90s with the manufacturing boom, and then the Great Recession. And I think, what was it? Flint hit the Great Recession. The state of Michigan, God bless it, hit the Great Recession like a year or two before it actually happened. I'll have to get statistics on that.
Well, yeah, because we felt it. Yeah, I mean, it was 78, 79 when it started going on. What did you go say?
That's it. I'm just
pointing back. I thought you were doing some variation Macarena or something. No, 78, 79. It was probably when they started. The end started, basically, from my viewpoint, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so that's that. And that's coming up in a few weeks or whatever, as soon as I get the show organized and edited and this and that, and looks really fancy. Hopefully, you guys tuning in, leave a comment in the YouTubes. If you're watching on YouTubes, leave the comment down below and subscribe maybe. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the subscribing does, okay? All I know is that when you subscribe, you hit the little subscribe button. I think, as far as I'm sure, is that whenever we get a new video of me, strictly me. You don't, I mean, if you want the other shows, that's cool, but let's focus on me here. Holla. So if you want, when I get a new video coming in, you guys it will automatically go to your emails, and such sent you a Flint Talk Radio, Let's Talk with Jason B sent you a new video, or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't say that, though. It doesn't sound like that, but that's how it types. So subscribe, I guess, on the YouTube's channel. It's not YouTube's, is it? It's YouTube.
YouTube, yep.
Whatever. I don't even care. We don't even have YouTube's. Subscribe on that so you can get all these fancy videos for free. For free! No, I'm kidding. Oh, my bad. So, but that's about it. We're gonna keep going next week. I hope you guys stay tuned and keep watching and keep supporting and guys, throw your ideas out there on the comment section. I have to come up with these shows on my own. John helps me sometimes too, God bless him, but I have to come up with my own shows. And to be honest, guys, other than relationship stuff and telling funny stories, these shows suck. So, oh my gosh, that's not going to bring people in, is it? Oh my gosh, what'd I say?
That's speaking of life, Jason.
No, it's not. Oh my. Okay, these shows have room for improvement. I will say that. And I want you, America, to help me improve it as best as I can. So let's keep talking, let's keep communicating, and let's have some fun. And wait, and before I forget, don't forget to check out our Facebook page at www.facebook.com// Let's Talk with Jason B. Remember that. Write this down, guys. Help your grandparents write it down. Young people, type it in your phones. Do whatever you have to remember this. www.facebook.com/Let's Talk with Jason B. No apostrophes, no punctuation, nothing. Just Let's Talk with Jason B. And that's the Facebook page. Don't forget to like me. Because come on, dudes and dudettes, I know you like me. So like me on Facebook too. Just don't like me in person. Like me on Facebook. And remember, America, that I'm here to talk to you. And remember, remember, next time. Let's talk next time, America. This is Jason B. signing off.